Beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Joyce. Yes, my people, oh, PDP, they have come again with another one. Confused people. PDP, they are so confused. I have never seen, I don't know why the Nigerian parties, political parties are so confused. Problem here and there. This one is that. This one, tomorrow they will say this one is not this one. LP, they are there with their own. PDP, they are here with their own. APC, they are there with their own. El-Rufai is dragging Tinubu like a better pass your own generator. Why LP? Some people in LP, they say Julius Abure is their chairman. Why some say no, God forbid bad thing. Julius Abure is not our chairman. Then PDP here, they are fighting. I don't know their own fight. They are fighting for the person that will come as a candidate for their presidential election. They are fighting for national chairman. You go to Rivers State, they are fighting their own day with Rivers State governor and Wike and others. They are dragging themselves. You come to Edo State, they are doing, oh boy, yeah, God. What kind of people, they cannot, nah, man. I have never seen something like this. So I don't know if it's because I'm just, starting to monitor them or to talk about them. These people, hey! To fear for you people. So right now, we are watching a Rice Morning Show where they are talking about Sunday Udeh Okoye. Okay, Okoye. Sunday Udeh Okoye. Some people came out to say, oh, it's our national secretary. Why a minute later they came back and said no. Another group of people came back and said no, it's not. It was just a slip of tongue. It was just a WhatsApp conversation. Yes, so it's not. Nobody has said that. He is not. We don't. My beautiful people. These people, all these Nigerian parties, all these political parties, all these Nigerian political parties, they are confused. They are just confused. They don't know what they really want. They don't know what is it how they are doing. And just watch all these things that they are just dragging themselves. When it's 2027, now you see all of them would come together. They know what they are doing. Oh. If they don't come together, you will see some of them will start splitting to APC. APC is the ruling party now. A lot of them have split now to APC. All of them, they are just running from one pole to another, one problem to another. All the Nigerian political party all the political parties in Nigeria, they are so, they are so confused. I don't know. No one is even better. The one that we were even putting hope that LP is the only party that is good, is the only party that is that. Now they have joined the moving train of confusion. They have joined the moving train of don't knowing what they really want. Anyway, my beautiful, before I talk too much, let's just listen to this video. And please drop your own opinion in the comment section. Yes, drop your own opinion in the comments on what you think about this video. And I will come out and speak what I feel like. Oh my God. Yes, my people.
Wednesday's affirmation of Sunday Udeh Okoye as the National Secretary of the party by a section of the National Working Committee. The National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, Udeh Okoye, had, in a statement on Wednesday, conveyed the National Working Committee's confirmation of Udeh Okoye as the new National Secretary, saying the NWC is bound by the judgment of the Court of Appeal. But no sooner than later, reports also surfaced stating that the PDP acting national chairman, Umar Damagum, had denounced the statement, while the embattled National Secretary, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, dismissed Ologunagba's press statement as false, saying there was no such NWC meeting that was held. News sources at the PDP National Secretariat, however, confirmed to Arise News that there was an online conversation between NWC members on the matter where the issue of the National Secretary arose. Well, the headlines continue to write themselves where the PDP is concerned, and this is It's season 2, episode 10.
It's only 2? I don't even know what this is. But I think the summary of everything here is that PDP is in a state of confusion, commotion, and disarray. And this is a threat to their 2027 ambition if they're going to pull any weight or have any effect on the outcome of the elections, whether at now presidential level or even gubernatorial level. They often say a house divided against itself cannot stand, and that's what we're about to see. It's beyond even the National Secretary, Bohaha. There's even the case around the disciplinary committee, and I'll come to that very shortly. But how did this all begin? So Samuel Anyanwu had gone to contest as governor for Imo State, and at the time he had to vacate his seat as National Secretary. And then in that interim, Udeh Okoye had come to sit in, but he said he had obtained an injunction from the lower court to stop his eviction or to keep his seat. Now, that decision was appealed, and then Udeh Okoye was retained. But he said that on the same day that the appeal decision came out, he had gone to the Supreme Court to obtain an order to maintain status quo while the case is still in court. And so what they're saying is that the case is still in court, they cannot make a decision about this. However, what's even a bigger conundrum is the fact that there are principal parties of the parties who are coming out with different statements. On one hand, Debo Olugboango, who is the spokesperson of the PDP, came out to announce that Udeh Okoye, they want to respect the rule of law, court orders, and Udeh Okoye is now their secretary, whilst Ambassador Magum, who is the acting chairman of the party or leader of the party, said that no, it was just a WhatsApp conversation, it wasn't anything serious, and that's why that online conversation came into play. But at the heart of all of this is that PDP is in a state of disarray, and they need to get their acts in order. The headlines have been dominated by one faction or one issue or the other, one statement and then a counter statement. Only yesterday as well, or early this morning, as reported in that story, the National Disciplinary or the Disciplinary Committee of the PDP had summoned some members of the party, high-ranking members of the party, chieftain of the party, including former Governor of Benue State, Samuel Otom, a member of the party in Benue State, Adaji, and both of them refused to show up. One of them says the latter said he was not feeling well, so he was sick. The first said he wasn't even served, that it was an insult to his person because he found out about his invitation online and even cited a few things around Cybercrime Act and the fact that he felt disrespected and he didn't show up. And then there were questions around the fact that were the presidential candidate Abubakar Atiku or Nyesom Wike invited. And the interesting thing was that he said no petition was written against them, so they can only act based on petition. So except somebody comes to petition them. So just a lot of, there are things that are not very clear and not fair or equitable. And you can see why there's a lot of rancor in the party. And as we move forward, and we're talking about opposition party, the strength of opposition parties, it's quite a shame that what ought to be the main opposition party is in so much, they have so many issues that they cannot even face the business of opposition. When you're trying to settle your house within, you don't even have time for the others. And so it then begins to, you then begin to ask questions around these allegations around, oh, is the APC or another party that is trying to sow seeds of discord. As long as, and I'll end here, they don't sort out some of the fundamental issues, all of these are just fruits of deeper issues. First is that matter around who ought to have been the presidential candidate and the flag bearer and the zoning to the south. Next would then be the party chairman, the chairmanship of the party, which hasn't yet been fully resolved. Third would still be the ambitions of people across, ahead of 2027 and how some people will not agree. And then the fourth would be anti-party activities that are obvious, that are not being addressed. E.g., a member of your party, a high-ranking member of your party, working actively for the opposition, it makes no sense. So I don't know how this drama will unfold or where it will end, but at the moment, PDP is not standing strong.
Okay. I'm very happy you talked about a house divided against itself will not stand. I know, yes, it's a biblical verse, but also reminds me of when Lincoln did use that famous phrase, a house divided itself will not stand. It was during a party rancor to be able to prove his position and the division in his political party. Then when he gave that famous speech in the 1850s, that a house divided against itself will not stand. The PDP is an excavated, punctured, destroyed, demeaned, and a wild pack of conflagration as we speak. And I do not think it will ever stand. As long as the main dramatic personnel, Wike, Atiku still take a fundamental hold on the party, then you know it will not stand. This crisis is not supposed to escalate this way. Somebody went to run for governorship. He left his position because he wasn't successful. He's trying to come back. The question is, if Anyanwu had been successful in his governorship candidacy thing, will he try to come back? Then he goes to the courts. It also drags the judiciary in. He lost at first. He lost the second time. He's waiting for a Supreme Court judgment. He wants to get his stay. Then he's trying to maneuver his way. But the party says, we'll move on. The NWC of the party says, okay, we've gotten Udeh Okoye. And that's what the Olugbo faction is saying today. Because they are saying, no, we are not going to wait for that stay. You have lost in both courts. So we are basing our assertions on those judgments. And we say, no, remember that there's a stay. So the fight is on. But in all of this, Damagum has come out to say that they didn't even have a meeting. They met on WhatsApp. But in all of this, the question is, there are bigger people at the background pulling the puppet string. So Anyanwu and Udeh Okoye are just symptoms of what is happening. And that's why I don't think it will ever stand. Now going further, they set up a team to discipline people. The disciplinary committee says they send out statements. The people say they didn't get it. The people they are trying to discipline have shown a grave level of indiscipline towards the disciplinary committee. While all of this is going on, the National Working Committee that sat, the states of the head of that National Working Committee, Adolphus Wabara State, removes him for the PDP. The PDP starts to fight that state. His state chapter starts to fight national body. National body says, you don't have the right to do it. State chapter say, okay, go ahead. I don't know if you ever watch Jaguar. Jaguar says, yam pepe scatter scatter, ishwata nyoron nyoron. It means it's an absolute state of confusion and conflagration in the PDP as we speak. So the state executive is fighting the national is fighting the states, two people fighting within the political party. The two puppeteers are pulling the puppet string. The next question is, where do they go from here? I don't know. Do you think Atiku and Wike will settle? I've not seen, let me use the phrase, the Jupiter. I will call Atiku and Wike in a room to settle. It's even more in Wike's favor to scatter the People's Democratic Party. At least he'll be doing his bidding of his master, Tinubu, now. Atiku is going around saying he wants to run. On what platform is he going to run? It's the PDP. You see, the biggest fight will be when they finally decide to do a convention or they go for party primaries. It's going to be a free-for-all. Some people on the Wike side say Wike has a strong point because people thought that power ought to have been zoned to the south. And even if power was zoned to the south, and even if somebody from the north got the ticket, then the party chairman then, you should have resigned. But he didn't resign. Then Wike now feels even greater pains because his friend, Tambawa, that he had helped in the past, was now part of those that they were shaking hands and saying was a hero because of what he did to be able to ensure that he would go. So I don't think PDP can get out of this. And it's sad for the opposition in Nigeria because nobody to be able to combat the challenges we have.
Absolutely. Last year, Atiku Abubakar put up quite a convincing, shall I call it a fight, as an opposition leader, as we saw that he was consistently vocal about the current administration's policies, and he was putting out great thought leadership pieces, and we felt that this is a vibrant opposition. But unfortunately, this is what it's now coming down to. At the end of the day, when you have individuals who can't even respect their own internal party rules and regulations, can't even respect their own leadership structures within the party, I'm not sure that's an indication of people that you now want to transplant and put in government organizations to oversee all of the running of the nation. It makes absolutely no sense. Now, some people are celebrating this decision by the National Working Committee and are saying that it's a step in the right direction, and it indicates that the National Working Committee is ready to start taking some decisive positions. So if that be the case, then let it be the beginning of a journey where we see the National Working Committee sticking to what's right, sticking to rules and order, and beginning to do some sort of cleansing within the organization. However, it's a tall order that they have against them because you have a foundational issue around discipline. There is no discipline. There is a state of anarchy where anybody does what they feel is going to get them ahead at that time of the day. You have a commendation. I saw a letter from the, I don't know whether to call him the chairman of the Board of Trustees of the PDP, that's Senator Adolphus Wabara, celebrating the decision by the National Working Committee to regard or to confirm Udeh Okoye as the substantive national secretary. But people are now asking, are you still the BOT chairman? We don't even know anymore. So it goes beyond logic, and it's unfortunate because this is the time that we wish to have seen decisive leadership in the opposition. This is the time that we should have started seeing the beginning of something like a movement that we can see, yes, this is who can steer Nigeria, possibly steer Nigeria out of the situation we find ourselves in. But alas, possibly that solution may not come from this particular opposition parties. It's now left open to others to try their luck. Well, moving on to our next story.
My people, welcome back to the channel. I don't know what to say in this one. I don't know what to say. Guys, please drop your opinion. Udeh Okoye, Obi Udeh Okoye, and Anyanwu something Anyanwu. Battle of who to be national secretary. They are just battling between themselves. As I earlier said, PDP, they are just confused. They are divided. A PDP now they have divided themselves. According to what Rufai just said, that, PDP, they are divided, and Ayo still say that it's a divide house, or how did this say that this thing? He say it's a house that is divided cannot stand. Yes, a house that is divided can never stand. That is what I know. When PDP are causing problem, dragging this one, you as a national secretary, you left the post and you say you are going for governorship election. You want to go and contest for governorship election. You went there, you failed, and after failing, you came back to occupy that position. It's not done that way. It's not done that way at all. It's not done according to what Rufai just said. You came, instead of you coming as a normal, sit down. They have already appointed another person. You sit down because your ambition did not work. You came back. If at all that you won as the governor of that state, will you come back for the national secretary? Now you came back, you took the matter to court, and you are dragging up and down. And secondly too, they came out and announced that, oh, this person is now our national secretary. And later they came back and said, no. It was just a slip of tongue. It was just an WhatsApp communication. There's nothing like that. We are still waiting. And the other person has won in court. And now they put appeal that no, we will not accept. Because I don't really understand what is happening in Nigeria. People are doing, parties are doing their own. They are fighting themselves. What are they benefiting? What are their benefit on all these things that they are doing? Anyway, my beautiful people, article is there that you want to go back to president. You want to contest again as a Nigerian president. The problem is that you see that I've been saying it. You see that side of being a president. I want to come 2027. You people should just forget about it, because I know that Tinubu is there. Tinubu can never step down for you people. He's the one sitting in that seat. Except you people, you just relax until when Tinubu finish ruling his 8 years, he will go. Then you people can come and see if he will work. But for now, this 2027, just forget about it. Tinubu is there. Tinubu cannot step out. Tinubu cannot stay. It will be there. He can never. Come rain, come sun. Tinubu can never step down for anybody. So people should just be fighting, doing your own things there. Anyway, my beautiful people, you have watched this video to this time. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to this channel, like, share. Give me a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up in this channel, in this video as you watch. Thank you very, very much. Drop your own opinion, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye for now.